am at Sailfish Cay. It's close to downtown Stuart. This is one of my favorite neighborhoods. It's a townhouse community. And I like it because it's in an area that's already established and there's nothing else, there's nowhere else you can build out here. And I believe that's one of the things that causes the values to go up, is actually the scarcity of what can be built out here. And so this area right here, it's beautiful. It's close to downtown Stuart, kind of a quieter lifestyle, not too far away from I-95 either. So let me go ahead and show you the Kona model. I would like for you to get a view of the exterior so you can kind of see. This is a kind of major road from US 1 that connects to Canner Highway. It's a winding, pretty peaceful drive. You do have traffic on the outside, but like I said, you're close to the downtown area. There's nothing too crazy out here. So this is what one of the townhouses look like from the front view. And the one that we're gonna go into is over here. And so if I was coming home, I actually would come in from the back because I would be driving home and using the garage door opener. But if somebody were coming to visit me, they might park alongside the street. There's public parking here. There's also guest parking in the back, but someone coming to visit would likely go through the front door. And so you can kind of see what their point of view would look like as they admire the home that you just bought and say, wow, that's a really smart buy you got there. We can talk about pricing as they're often changing and incentives often change. The Kona model is a 3-bedroom townhome and it has 1,719 square feet that's under air. If you count the garage, it's actually 2,282. And right now we're standing right at the front door, looking at the open floor plan. These units come with all of the kitchen appliances. It's something I get asked a lot. And although this one is staged, we do have professionals that we can refer to you if you did want this house to actually look like the way they staged it. And one thing that a lot of people ask is where are the bathrooms? And there is one downstairs. So you got the half bath downstairs, and then you have 2 full baths upstairs. When you buy one of these homes, some of the things that you won't get automatically, like that fan right there, is kind of like a something the builder did for decorating. What you'll actually have is a light bulb that comes out of the ceiling right there so you can install your own fan. You won't see any of the shiplap or anything like that, but it gives you an idea as to how you could stage the home. But you will get a full kitchen that will look like this. Some of them will come like this one's with the quartz countertops. And then some of them you get to choose the flooring if you are early in the stage. So like this one right here is 24 by 24, but some of the tiles are tile plank and they also come in different colors. And so there's a package that you can choose if you are currently having the townhome built. But if it's already built and a quick move-in home, you tend to see more incentives for those homes that are ready to go. This is part of their home connected system. And you can see this one here, they've got monitored by ADT, but you can choose your security provider And some of the things that are really nice about this is it connects to your whole home. So you can kind of see it's pretty smart. There's actually a camera right there. You can have different apps that might control the fan and the lights, other areas of the home. And instead of Bluetooth, there's a feature called Z-Wave, and that's where you can attach all of your security features and bells and whistles. Even like this, here's a keyless entry, and it's an electric lock, and you can have it lock automatically. All right, let's go upstairs and check it out. So the second floors are going to be carpet, and as soon as we come up, this is where you'll bring the laundry. Another thing that I like about DR Horton is now they are using Frigidaire products, which I personally like better than Whirlpool. I believe that they've kind of demonstrated a little bit more durability. I've seen this area right here is kind of like a romp room or a TV room, where instead of this open area, you might have like an L-shaped couch and then a TV right there. I've seen some of the townhomes, this model staged that way. So let's go on down here. We'll take a look at the master bedroom first. The ceiling is textured and the walls are orange peel, which you may not be able to see so well from the video unless I come up like this. It's nice because it does hide the imperfections, but when you buy the home, you won't have an accent wall. They'll all be white. So this is something that they did. The windows are impact. And while we're talking about that, I'm going to go ahead and mention hurricane protection. So some of the things that I like about DR Horton, particularly this community, and you wouldn't see it right now, but this is actually concrete block all the way up to the second floor. Not every builder does that. Even though it can be called a concrete block structure home, a lot of them will do frame or wood on the second story. But for DR Horton, all of their homes in this community are concrete block all the way up. The roof, the actual structure of the roof is secured with hurricane wraps, which anchors the roof to the foundation of the building. So these are some things that are going to give you great discounts on your insurance. One cool thing is that there actually is no shower door, so there is no glass to clean. And I like the larger tiles because that's less grout to go through and clean. You got dual sinks. So for my wife and I tend to get up a lot earlier than she does. So I'd get out of bed, she'd still be there, and I would come in here and close the door. So as I'm getting ready, she doesn't have to be disturbed while I'm getting dressed, taking a shower and everything like that in the morning. And so I can just come in here, do what I need to do to get ready for the day. And then I don't have to come back out until I'm fully ready for work. And then I'm just walking out here after I give her a kiss. So here's the second bath, or the guest bath. All right. Like I said, it's a 3-bedroom home. And one thing I do want to mention real quickly is that they all do have an air pass-through. So as doors are opening and closing, or as the AC starts, you don't have that pressurization that causes the doors to either open or close, and also allows for better circulation into each of the rooms. I just wish they would have put a light in the closet. I do want to say one thing about a closet upgrade. All of the builders around here, well, most of them are going to give you the wire shelving, but I found this really not that expensive to put the wood built-ins right here, and I did mine myself. It came out great, and it was pretty inexpensive, and it looks way better and more durable than this right here. All right, another thing that may or may not come with your home are blinds. A lot of times people don't think about this when they purchase a home, they move in, and the windows are wide open. And so, where's your privacy? So that's something that you want to have a discussion about ahead of time. And that's also something that we can help you with. But it is a serious consideration, and it is a bit of an expense, and it can also be something negotiated. So keep that in mind. This one right here, you see they don't have a fan. I do recommend having a fan in each room. Got a linen closet. All right, so they painted some accent colors like a peach here, and obviously that right there. So gives you an idea what you could do, but when you buy it, it will not look like that. Here's some of the bands I grew up listening to. The impact windows are pretty sound absorbing. You can even tell if it's impact a lot of times just by going and knocking on it. It's a big difference in security and also energy savings. So I would really like to see kind of like a romp room TV area right here for the kids. And now it would be time for my wife to get up. I'm already out the door. The sun is definitely up and out because it's around noon. And so she gets her day started. And maybe she hears the kids running around. Maybe she checks on the laundry right here. So no need to bring clothes all the way up the stairs. Everything you need is right here. Okay, so at the time of making this video, the HOA is about $250 a month, which is really good, and I'd be surprised if it stays that way. I have an older townhome. We're currently paying $525 a month. Of course, once it turns over to the homeowners, then you will be governing all the contracts that you negotiate and everything like that. Right now, the builders keep it pretty cheap. While they're building, I would expect the HOA to be around this price. Afterwards, and once you have everything up and running, the builder moves out. There may be some price increases factoring in inflation. I do want to show you one of the other videos or in the next scene what some of these homes look like as you buy them. In other words, not staged. And I'll show you some of the things to kind of expect as you close and you move in. What are you going to have to do after you've purchased the home? Of course, we can't leave without checking the garage first, because as you come and go in the house, if you're like most people, you will be coming and going out of this entrance more than anything. So okay, so one thing I do want to mention is before purchasing, one of the things that we will do is a blue tape inspection. So you get 2 walkthroughs. And the first one, you do a walkthrough from the exterior all the way through the interior, and you look at everything. And if you just heard that garage door, you can see, okay, something needs to be oiled or something may be offset on the door. They will fix that before closing. And I'll share with you another tip that not everyone considers, but it's a very low cost investment, is that you have a 1-year warranty on the home for any repairs that need to be done. So what I recommend is in that 11th month, what you want to do is hire a home inspector. You choose any home inspector you want, have them come in, do a full inspection, and then show the builder the deficiencies, actually it would be the warranty company, and have them do those repairs before the warranty expires. So in this particular building, before I change subjects, remember when I said that you have concrete block all the way to the top portion? If you were to see a construction site for some of their competitors, this would all be frame on the second floor. So on the other side of where that truck is, that's where you're actually going to enter if you were staying in this building right here. There's some pretty cool things about the neighborhood. So there'd be a really nice picturesque lake right here. We got a bulkhead on that side. And then I'm not going to walk down there right now, and it's not completely done. But on the other side of this building, there's a dog park. And pretty soon they'll be finished with the cabana pool. And so, depending on the unit that you purchase. All right, there will be another townhome here. And there will be another townhome here. Other things to consider about townhomes, some people say, well, what's the difference between that and a condo? Well, appearance-wise, it really may be hard to tell the difference. But a condo association and a homeowners association are going to govern themselves a little bit differently, where they've done a better job at maintaining the monthly assessments. And in our townhome, I think we've had one special assessment, and it was for about $1,000. But in a condo, we have a condo on the beach, and they had to do shoring work on the outside of the building because of an engineer study had found that it wasn't safe. And every unit owner had to pay $70,000, including me. And that's not something that you usually see in a townhouse community. So now you can picture, all right, we're driving back and kind of have to make a sharp turn to get into the driveway, into the garage. There is no driveway. None of the houses actually have a driveway. So it's from the street right into your garage. Come on in, pull in here. Oh, check that out. You guys know what this is? Okay, we got a tankless water heater. It's pretty amazing for instant heat. This is one of my favorite sales counselors, Sueli, and we work very well together. And this is where she normally works, in the Yellowfin model. But as much as I love working with Sueli, make sure you come talk to us first, and then I will introduce you to Sueli. And that way we can help you negotiate the best deal. Thanks, Sueli. Take care. All right, so this is another Kona model. And you see, here's where I parked. And this is where, if I was a guest coming, I would probably park there. And I'd probably park my car in the garage. And what we're gonna see is what the home looks like, not staged, but when you actually close. So you'll get an idea as to what you may need to do or purchase. So coming in to a dark room, you come home, you turn on the lights right there. And then you may lock the door, or you might have it automatically set, programmed from the Home Connected. So this is one thing that I had mentioned is like right there, you won't have a fan, you'll have just a light bulb that is hanging from the ceiling. And you will have to decide what you want to put here in the living room. As you can see, there's no blinds in this room, but it is something that we can make accommodations for. And as we go through here, because this one was just recently built, you're probably going to see some imperfections. And like I had said, we do a blue tape inspection. You actually get 2 walkthroughs, and then you have a 1-year warranty to have the builder fix anything else that you happen to find. So this one's just a different package, a little lighter brown, but you still have the quartz countertops. And this one is also the 24 by 24 tiles. Might be a good idea to put some recessed lighting under here. So no accent walls, everything is just plain white, which isn't bad. So there is a canvas. Here is where you would store your dry food items. I believe there's still painting in this one. Guys, one thing I do want to say, don't go walking through your home as it's being built. That is something that they don't allow. But if you do want to get some video, just call us up. They do allow real estate agents a little bit more freedom because we are helping them. Not really working for them, but we are helping them. So if there is something in particular that you want checked out for your unit during the sale, just let one of us know. This one's pretty much the same package because you got the carpet, except for the cabinets. And I'm not going to disturb them, but the painters are in there doing the master bedroom. And I'm wearing a suit, so I really don't want to get dirty. This next one is the Yellowfin model, and I know these names may not necessarily mean a lot to you right now, but once you move in, you'll be able to talk to your neighbors and they'll be like, ooh, you got the Yellowfin model. That's the largest one in the community, and it's also on the ends of the buildings. So let's go through and take a look at this one. If you did buy the model, this is what the corner of the unit would look like. I do want to say there is actually a walking gate. This is not part of their community. It's right next to Town Park, but just on the side, there is a walking gate right here. So you could actually walk down this sidewalk right here and end up at Jupiter Donuts in about 7 minutes. And then you can walk back and work off those calories. So we're going to be going into a larger unit. This one is 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, and also has that 2-car garage. So once again, this is what your guests would see as they walk in, but you would probably be coming through the kitchen when you get home. So Ellie, is this granite?
Yes, this is granite.
And so you got white shaker cabinets.
Which is the standard package.
Standard package, and the standard package comes with the 18 by 18 tiles?
Yeah.
Okay. So a standard package, you still get the Frigidaire appliances. Everything that I showed you from the other models, like the core structure where we talked about the second floor, concrete block, impact windows, all the hurricane ratings, so all that you're going to get with each one of these units. And this one kind of gives you an idea of, once it's staged, how bright it can be. It's kind of overcast today, but One thing you have with the Yellowfin model is more windows. So more natural light. And let's see what it looks like when you come home. Oh, the garage is on this side, actually. Okay, so this one, they did the epoxy flooring. And if you bought the model, once again, you'd be driving in this way and you would be turning right here. This one has a few guest parking spots at the end, but there will be another townhouse right there. So let's go home. One thing about these garages is they are oversized. So standard car garages, you'll see about this much space from the door to the wall, right? On the other side though, you get a little bit more space. So here is edge of the wall and you get all that. So let's see, bigger than a normal 2-car garage. There's the water heater, tankless water heater for instant heat. All right, let's go home. So I'd be coming home from work, fold in, turn the car off. I would probably, my wife would probably make me take my shoes off around here. And we might have like some kind of shelf or something here, or she'd probably make me take the shoes off in the garage. And then I would come in here and I might do a fan. You know, I kind of like the air circulating around as you're watching TV. But I'd probably come in here and see people watching TV. We may have an L-shaped couch right there. And let's see, where would I put my coat and stuff? Well, we're in Florida, so maybe not a coat, but maybe I put my stuff in here when I come home. And then if a guest needed to use the bathroom. Okay, look what they did with this space. So you saw the one where there was just the way that you buy it, and then this is kind of an idea of what you can do with that space. So you come home and we'll get to see basically how many steps it takes to get upstairs. My kids would probably be running. They did some accent walls. I think this looks pretty homey. So like I said, you're gonna get white walls, but they chose to do a gray and a darker gray. You know what? There we go. I didn't have that light on. So there's another light you would have when you come upstairs. So which way do you guys want to go? Should we go to the guest rooms or the master first? Let's go to the master. All right. So this one might be a little different of a layout. So if I'm getting up in the morning, let's see. So I'm waking up and I gotta get up and get ready. So maybe that might be my closet and maybe this one might be her closet. And then I would come in here. So the only thing that I might not like about this one, just because of the way that I get up, is that I would be coming in here, taking a shower, and then going out to the closet to get dressed. Okay, not bad though. I mean, I guess everyone has a different routine. So this one does have a glass, but look how much bigger it is. Where are you gonna find the light to turn this on? Is it out here? Ah, there it is. Okay, so it's outside the door. So you have the knobs here, you got a place to sit down. So pretty cool. 2 faucets, 2 heads. If you want it to rain down on you, just stand right here. Most normal people would use this and stand right here. You will have to squeegee the glass, but there's no door to clean. All right. And I guess they didn't have that light on because of the exhaust fan. So I'll turn that back off. There we go. So you come back out into the bedroom. It's about 11:30. You still see your wife sleeping there in bed. Maybe I would take this closet. That way I wouldn't have to disturb her. But I definitely would put a fan in here. Although right now the air is circulating really well. This is pretty powerful. Now I can't really show that to you unless I were to get a streamer and put it right in there. But right now this thing is like a pretty steady stream of air blowing down here. It feels great. Maybe that's because I got an air return up here. I believe there's 2 thermostats actually. We can find out in just a second. So, I don't know, this could be a study or it could be another room. It's a bit smaller, but I think you could do well with a single or a twin mattress in here. A closet. But it does have a great view. All right, so not 100% certain what I would do with this room, whether it be a office or maybe one of the kids' rooms. So I come upstairs and this would be your laundry room. They're obviously using it for an office or printer. And so you would get the Frigidaire washer and dryer if negotiated into your contract. Once again, see us before you go into the builder sales center. We'll hook you up. Okay, so this is the bathroom my kids would be using. So my daughter would probably be using that sink and that sink. I do like these cutouts. All right. 2 thermostats. There you go. And once again, connected to your smart screen downstairs. Air conditioning. Maybe you can hear it. Maybe you hear it because it's really pushing air through. But let's be honest, your bedroom is going to be on that side and the kids are going to be over here. So you probably want a little bit of white noise. And that's it. So that's what a day would look like. You know, although I'd have my kids, maybe my son in this room. Oh, look at this. Oh, I'm glad I saw this. This is something that you'll want to consider when it comes to the package, the type of home package that is. The models would be the models, but if you are having one of these built and you get in early enough in the early stages, which would have to be really quick, you would get to choose the type of package that you want. Otherwise, they will, once they've started it, the package will already be chosen and they try to alter it. But there is a little bit of a premium as you go up in the phases, but this was what you would have your cabinets for the standard, tile, and granite. And then we saw, okay, so the first one we went in, these were the darker cabinets, the quartz, and you get the backsplash. And look how the tile is shaped. It's more elongated, shaped differently. So I don't know what those measurements are, maybe 18 by 24. And then the natural, so that was just the vacant one that we looked at. This had the lighter one And this is how long the tile would be. You get these fixtures and the quartz. Quartz is more expensive, but I really like granite. I like taking the pans right off the stove and just being able to set it on the counter. I'm not so sure that's a good idea with the quartz. That's all I got to say about that. If you want a private tour, even if you are not in the state of Florida, I would be happy to go through and do this, but it would be live, just the two of us talking, and you could actually tell me, where do you want me to point the camera? So until I see you, make sure that you contact an agent. If not us, at the very least, contact a realtor before you go into a sales center.